So thanks everybody for coming out to pitch day for 100K. It's always a great day to pitch. Today we're going to hear from Kris and Heather from Endorsemii. They're up first, and then we're going to hear from Deb and her team from C-Medics. Thanks again for coming out to pitch. And as you guys probably know, on average, we screen 15 or 20 companies for every single one that actually gets to make it today. So congratulations on making it through the gauntlet and getting here today. StartUpNV is Nevada's statewide nonprofit startup accelerator and incubator. We operate 7 free programs for entrepreneurs and 4 for-profit investment funds. Government grants and corporate sponsors support our nonprofit mission. In the short term and over the long term, we're supported by our accelerator companies that pledge a small amount of equity and our investors who donate their investing profits. We run Pitch Day for 100Ks fortnightly on Wednesdays, where companies pitch for the Q&A and for entry into our accelerator program, and that comes with an investment from FundNV, which is added to by our investor syndicate, and then that's all put into a big pile of money, and that whole thing is matched by Nevada's SSBCI program. Now, since 2021, our funds and our syndicate have completed 30 transactions in 21 companies and have directly invested more than $9.4 million. Partners like GoEd and others have invested alongside us, making the total investment about $30 million. So that's an average of about $500,000 per company, or $1.5 million per company if you're looking at the whole partner ecosystem.
I think we're good. Thank you so
now
much.
Our $9.4 million has, I don't see, is this camera working? I don't see the camera. Okay, cool. Now that $9.4 million that we've invested is currently worth $27.3 million, which is a pretty good track record of investing. Now for the legal disclaimers. The founders pitching today are pitching for investment from our venture funds and our syndicate, which comply with SEC and Nevada certified investor regulations. We invite the whole community to attend. That's mostly for educational purposes, kind of like Shark Tank, but hopefully a little nicer. Once again, the pitches today are not a general solicitation for investment. So that's the end of the legal disclaimer. Now, our nonprofit work would not be possible without financial help from grants and sponsors. The City of Las Vegas, Clark County, the Governor's Office of Economic Development, the EDA, and the USDA are among them. Thanks again to those organizations for their support. So that's how we roll today. That's exactly what's going to happen. So if Kris, if you and Heather are ready to go,
yep,
come on up.
Perfect.
And
Thank
you
you
can
so much.
share your slides and
Awesome.
get started.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Welcome. Yay.
All right, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you online.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you for being here. There's a million other places you guys could be, but you're here with us, and we truly value that. My name is Kris Olivo, and this is my co-founder, Heather Cutler, and today we're excited to talk to you about Endorsemii. But before we begin, imagine this. Say you're a freelance developer, right? Going from platform to platform. You've worked incredibly hard to deliver good work to your clients. You get a great review, they send you a text, an email. What do? You screenshot it, you put it in a folder. But at scale, you run into a problem because it's very, very, very messy, and it creates testimonial chaos. That chaos is something that costs you opportunities each and every day. So for freelancers, for realtors, for coaches, for other individual service professionals, their reputation is their currency. It's their lifeblood. But right now, it's really scattered everywhere, and that's where we come in. We're creating the first platform for individuals to capture, showcase, and quantify their credibility with a single powerful metric. Because when your career depends on your reputation, you deserve a way to own it. Now let's dig into the actual problem. The gig economy is exploding. More and more people are joining every year, and practically everyone we know has some sort of side hustle. And if you've worked as a freelancer like Heather and I, then you've likely felt the frustration of testimonial chaos. Maybe you're a graphic designer or an experienced developer like Amy, and without a central platform to show your testimonials, you're just going to continue to lose opportunities. Maybe somebody's ghost watching you. They want to hire you for their services. They click on your website. They don't really see anything. And so people don't have a really good way to find the social proof that you have. And so the truth is, right now, options are really limited. Review platforms are really designed for businesses, not individuals. Gig sites like Fiverr and Upwork keep your testimonials locked within their ecosystem, limiting your ability to share them. And endorsements on LinkedIn are really skill-based, and because of all the automation and people trying to sell stuff, they lack a lot of authenticity, and they're hard to promote on an individual basis. So what do freelancers do? They just screenshot everything. They put them in a folder, they try to upload them to their websites and try to piecemeal them as best as they can, but ultimately, that's holding them back. And so Endorsemii solves this problem. Now let's show you how. So on Endorsemii, users build a profile that displays all their testimonials in a beautiful little carousel that you can scroll across. Each testimonial earns you a single gold star, which is visible at the top of your profile, so anyone can instantly see your credibility that you've built. On Endorsemii, you control your narrative. So if you have a key endorsement from, say, somebody that's really impactful and important to your career, you can pin that and display it first. So that way, as soon as someone lands on your profile, they can see, oh, this person's worked with this person in that career, and that's really important. And so we've also gone ahead and gamified the process. So as you collect these testimonials, you're going to earn ranks. You're going to go from bronze to silver to gold, et cetera, and then eventually maybe even black diamond. Endorsemii is also built with shareability in mind. So with the tap of a button, you can share basically on any platform. You can even download your endorsements on paid plans if you want to attach them to a resume. And so the entire goal is to keep all the positive impact you make all in one place and give you accessibility to share it wherever you need to. So who is this for? So Endorsemii is really built for the 64 million freelancers in the US alone, part of a global self-employed market that taps 1.57 billion individuals. And with everyone entering the gig economy and it booming, the need for a way to control and own your credibility online is skyrocketing. So we're starting here in the US, ultimately. But before we continue to talk about that, let's talk about the product a little bit more. So our plans are free and paid. It's a freemium model, right? And so with Endorsemii, you have the option of extending and growing with it. Let's talk about the target market now. Excuse me, I lost my place a little bit. So we're starting here in the US with a $4.6 billion opportunity just among freelancers. Our goal in 3 years is to capture 3% of that market and convert them to 3% into our paid plans, which start at $5.99. And so it's very, very accessible, even in an economic downturn. Our platform is very, very sticky. And so this is really for every service provider who relies on credibility to secure their work and wants a streamlined way to prove it. Now, we're not stranger to competition. We know that there's other people that are attempting to do some of the work that's similar to what we're doing. But really, what it comes down to is that those other platforms are ultimately designed for businesses and advanced users. So think the person at scale, the yoga instructor at scale that's already selling millions of dollars and knows how to use tech. They're not really built in mind for realtors that are just starting out, or a designer that's just starting out, or maybe the neighborhood dog walker, or anybody that's starting to enter into this economy. And because of that, it creates a barrier to entry where a large part of the market can't really get into this product. And so Endorsemii is different. It's easy to use, it's affordable, and it's tailored for individuals. And so in short, it's really the only hub created specifically for people who need a really simple solution that's very powerful at the same time. And so let's go over the business model a little bit more. How are we going to make money? So we follow a freemium model. The core platform itself is free. And with that, you get access to a lot of basic and essential features. And as you grow, you can choose from different affordable tiered plans, like our professional plan at $5.99 and our Pro Plus plan at $11.99. And so our business model is really designed to stick, because as users begin to build their profiles and make the investment into the platform, they're not likely to leave. If you build up 100 reviews on your platform and another emerging competitor comes up, you're not really just going to switch just because there's a new shiny object. You've spent the time building your profile. And so it's very, very sticky. And so even in economic downturns, we think that we're going to be fine, because ultimately at those points in time, people need to sell even more. And so they rely on their credibility even more. And you're not going to cut out something that's $5.99 or free when you've made this investment into your platform. And so ultimately, there's a lot of room for growth here. And we've kind of modeled this off of Linktree. They provided a source for people to be able to control their traffic. Anyone with a personal brand, we're helping people with personal brands own their credibility in the same way and kind of following the same pricing model. And so to reach our audience, we plan on doing a lot of different things. Our team, Heather and I, we've already built a successful business. We own a marketing company called Almost Magical Marketing. We work with franchises. We built that in 2019. We're still going today. We've written a book together. And ultimately, we have a diverse set of experiences and backgrounds that make us good people to do this. I lead advertising and marketing. Heather is focused on operations and team building. And we've got good people behind us helping us along the way. So today, we're asking for $100,000 in exchange for 7.5% equity via SAFE. This capital is going to ultimately allow us to scale our marketing, make strategic hires, and ensure operational stability to accelerate our growth. Currently, we've bootstrapped our MVP. We have zero debt. There's no one on our cap table. And so this investment is going to be the fuel that we need to make Endorsemii the go-to credibility platform as the gig economy grows. So in closing, why Endorsemii? We fill a massive and unmet need in a thriving market. We give freelancers and service providers a platform to own their credibility, secure more opportunities, and build lasting careers. Imagine a world where one single gold star can change the entire trajectory of your career because the right person sees it. And so that's the power of Endorsemii. It's not just another platform. It's the future of personal credibility. And ultimately, right now, you guys have a chance to join us on the ground floor and help us build the next essential platform for the modern workforce. Thank you.
Back to you, Jeff.
So thanks very much to both companies for pitching and to our folks here in the room. Just a few notes as we wrap up. And investors, if you like what you heard at the top of this session where we've invested $9.4 million and it's now turned into 27.3, and you want to understand how to do that, go to that same website, startupnv.org, and click on the I'm an Investor button, and it'll take you through all kinds of ways that you can join the investing funds that are separate from, but kind of alongside of StartUpNV. So we operate FundNV, which is the group that invests in the companies that present here. We operate AngelNV. It's a program that we run once a year that teaches angel investors how, if they've never done it before, how do you do this? How do you find these companies? How do you make sure that these valuations that we've been talking about are the right ones and that you can make money at it? And all this language that we're using about safes and preferred rounds and all the rest of that stuff, you can get to learn about all of that. And then we have our 1864 seed fund, which makes the larger investments. Once you're in one of those groups, you're in our syndicate, so you get looks at all of the deals that we look at. So if you're an investor, check it out, ecosystem. And thanks again to the founders who pitched today, all who listened in and asked questions. So thanks everybody for coming out today. Come back again in 2 weeks and you'll hear from 2 additional Nevada-based startups. Until then, take care of yourself. And if you can, someone else too. See you guys in 2 weeks.